When we think of fitness, we think of running. So this segment is dedicated to running. And we have the pleasure of meeting an elite runner. Let's go. Amy Blithe is a highly accomplished and elite long-distance runner. She started at a tender age of 8. She has run many marathons, including the Boston, 6 different times. Her PR for a full marathon is, get this, 3 hours and 6 minutes. Her most significant accomplishment has been winning the Cesar Rodney Half Marathon, which she did in an hour and 24 minutes, and she held that record for 10 long years. Amy, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining us in Wellness Cues. I'm really excited to have this little discussion on running. So my first question is, what inspires you to run? Get out every day and do your running. And what would you say are the benefits from a wellness point of view?
Yeah, so I would say my initial inspiration with running came from my father. Starting running at 8 years old, he was my initial inspiration, and that inspiration has carried me through where I am today. The inspiration behind my running today is really about being the best that I can be, given where I am in my life, and really being the fittest that I can be, the fastest that I can be, and just overall health and wellness, is what I would say is what inspires me on a daily basis.
Great, great. So I'm thinking about people who are perhaps just thinking about getting into running. They've never really done much. Maybe they have some health reason to get into running, perhaps to shed a few pounds or get their blood pressure under control,
Sure.
or just to go out and enjoy the outdoors.
Right.
What would you tell them?
Not to be afraid to start, right? To take that step in the right direction. So I think no matter what shape you're in, it doesn't matter. I think anybody can take that initial step. And even if you're not a runner, like start with walking, right? And you build up from walking to
advice.
running, right?
Walking,
so going out and just running is not an easy thing to do, right?
Yeah.
So I think, but I feel like most people are able to go out and just walk.
Yeah.
So take those baby steps and start.
Great, great. Now let's pivot to people who are already into running. Let's say somebody who has done a few 5K races, they feel good about it, but now they want to go and see if they can try a half marathon or perhaps even a full marathon. And or somebody who has done that also, but they want to do it better. Perhaps they want to do under 4 hours a marathon.
Sure, yeah. So I would say that you definitely need to have a training plan. And whether that's something that you're able to find on your own through like a Runner's World or working with a coach to develop a plan for you.
Okay.
And it can be a running group that has a coach that's part of it, or someone that's a mentor that has done it before and has the knowledge and experience. So I think kind of putting yourself with those types of people to help support you as well. If you're doing marathon running, a lot of it is about building that base, right, and building your distance runs up. So those things are sometimes hard to do on your own. So if you can pair yourself up with a running partner, it holds you accountable, especially if you have to get up early, get it done, or in bad weather and you're pushing through it. I've run in all kinds of weather, so and I've had great friends to do it with. It makes it a lot more fun to get the distance in, and sometimes you don't even realize that you've gone beyond how far you've ever gone before, and also sometimes pushing you to run faster. When you're running with other people. And that would then also apply on, if you're trying to get faster, you can do that same principle in the sense of kind of maybe meeting up with a group of people and getting on the track and doing some interval work.
Okay.
Usually you'll get that there's a lot of people and different abilities that are there, so hopefully you can kind of step in and find someone to pair up with. Who can push you outside of that comfort zone.
Yeah, because it could be intimidating, right? Getting into a track and then everybody is doing a 6-minute mile. And
right, and you definitely want to put yourself in a situation where you're with not with 6-minute mile runners. Yeah. Even right now, I don't want to be with 6-minute mile runners. But yeah, so finding a group, and there are lots of groups that are out there now. Like there's the Couch to 5K program that they have. Okay. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, so there's a program. It's really to get.
I like that the title, Couch to 5K.
Yeah, and there's a local running group around here that helps support the Couch to 5K program. So. The running group, a lot of them are more seasoned and been around, but they also help to support the more novice runners or people that are trying to take that first step.
Great.
And so they have those types of programs.
Okay, those are all useful tips. Now, turning it back to you, you're not just an ordinary runner, right? You've been a defending champion for almost a decade for the half marathon. So what did it take for you to perform and maintain running at that level?
Yeah, a lot of work. Like I said, I would like to believe that some of it, I think, I was blessed with genetically.
Genetics, yes.
from my dad, which is great. And then with that, you know, I had a training plan that was developed by coaches, you know, that I worked with. And then for myself, obviously, I have to have the discipline and the drive to get out there and do the work, you know, on a daily basis. So. Being disciplined both in workout, but being disciplined in getting adequate sleep, getting the right nutrition, all of those things are big factors in your success.
Nutrition is something many runners perhaps are overlooking, right?
Yeah, it's huge, right? And getting the rest and recovery, you know, and so I think, and the training is important to have a plan too, because you want to make sure that on the days that you're supposed to run slower or longer, that you're doing that. On the days that you're supposed to run fast, that you're doing that. If you're running your long runs too fast, then you're not going to be able to run your speed workouts at the pace that you should be able to run, right? And then doing some of the stuff in between to help support you so that your body doesn't break down, such as strength training, yoga, stretching, all of those things that are going to help complement your training and keep your body healthy, because you're pushing your body at, you know, at a very high level. So the other thing I would say is surrounding yourself with good people, like-minded people that can help, that you can train with, that can help guide you and support you, having, you know, hopefully if you have a good family that can help support you, because it does take a lot of time and effort.
It takes a village, you were saying before.
And it's a lot of work. So, you know, having that support, you know, in order to be successful, you know, it's really great to have that as well. So there's lots of factors that, you know, and it's just many, many years of practicing and persevering. And
so patience, perseverance, discipline, I guess, can take you to the next level.
Exactly. Yep.
Great.
And good genes.
Yeah. Can't change that, but, everything else we can change.
Exactly. But you know what? I mean, you even no matter what your genes are, I think everybody has the ability to get better if you have all those other elements.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be at that level, right? You just take a piece of those things and, you know, trying in all of those areas is going to make an impact and a difference.
It's about how much you can improve yourself. It doesn't matter 100%. What the other person is doing.
Exactly.
Right. Right. Great. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Amy. This has been really insightful. I hope people watching it get something out of this. Please like, subscribe, and see you in another segment soon. Thank you.